Clearline glass railing installation video. Perfect for your next glass railing project. No holes in the glass required and fully adjustable. Measure the total length of the railing to determine panel quantities and sizes. Fixing points for brackets are 300mm from each end of the panel. Mark the bracket centres on the deck. Glass thickness 1/2 inch tempered or laminated 9 by 16 inch SGP. From the bracket centres, measure and mark 46.5mm and square down from those marks. At the ends of the run, place a mark 50mm and 130mm below the top of the finished deck height. Run a string line across the fascia tied to a screw sitting 47mm out of the fascia. Drill in the lag screws until they meet the string at 47mm. Wind a hex nut onto the top lag screws and set them at 17mm from the end of the rods. Wind on the bottom hex nuts until they are plumb with the top hex nuts, checking them with your square. Fasten the two end brackets with a washer and hex nut with a 17mm socket wrench. Set up a string line to run end to end. The string should be positioned so that it sits on top of the notch located on the front face of the panel mount. Position the string line so that it sits just off the notch and tighten with a 17mm socket. Use a 17mm spanner on the rear hex nut to lock it in place while tightening from the front. Adjustments can be made to the side by loosening the hex nuts and repositioning so that it sits plumb again. Install the glass. Fasten the panel by tightening the fascia grub screw using a 6mm Allen wrench and the back bolt with a 19mm spanner. The bottom grub screw gives up to 1/2 inch of height adjustability. The two top grub screws either side provide alignment to move the panel either way up to 4 inches using a 5mm Allen key. When the panels are in place, plumb the two end panels and run a string line across the tops to get alignment. Tighten the back bolt and then the two bottom side grub screws to truly secure the panel. Fix the front fascia plate by setting the top bolt 15mm at both ends, then match in between. Ensure the bottom cone screw isn't protruding too much, as this will stop the cover plate. Clip the cover plate on. The bottom flap snaps in and hides the fixings from below. Once the glass is plumb, move on to the cable trays on the deck side. Fix these in place with button screws, then clip in the back cap. To install lighting, run the cables before fixing the cap, then drill in designated spots. All done! The Glassvice Clearline glass railing is an installer's dream, fast and reliable with its patented double friction technology and superior adjustability.